Was that heard?
I don't think so. I think you cut that off right. You got that right before we went live. But what's up, fanboys and fangirls?
It's natural. It's a human thing.
Welcome to the Fanboy show. Where apparently this week we're talking about
fallopian tubes.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
We're just three guys. I don't have any.
We're just three white guys.
Yeah,
I don't have any. But shout out to those that do. You're cool.
They're the real MVPs.
Indeed.
For sure. Well, yeah, welcome back to another episode of the Fanboy Show. Tonight,
We're off to a hot start.
We're off to, something. We've got lots of trailers to talk about. I know I watched a movie. Luke watched a show. So we've got some things to review.
I continued watching a show.
News to talk about. So we'll jump right in. Oh, and then, hold on. Just a little tease to just make you, hopefully, encourage you to stay around to the end. We have a great Fanbox question today. So we will be addressing that, and it's going to be good. I think we'll have a heated debate around it. So
I'm not sure how heated it'll get.
Oh, we're going to make it heated.
I'm going to try to go against conventional wisdom.
Going to pull out. Oh, good.
I'm just gonna try and get the best players that I possibly. Tease again, but I'm just gonna try and get the best ones that I can.
Yeah.
Luke's gonna be an elite GM. I believe in him.
We're just trying to prep Tyler for whatever the next sports game is that's coming out. Make him think about team.
We'll probably talk about that. We'll probably talk about that tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. So, to start off our show, though, let's talk about some new trailers. Luke, as our master of the trailers over there, you've got the list, right?
What a title.
Master of the trailers.
Master of the trailers.
I'll take it, I guess. There is one gaming trailer, one that I feel like been waiting for. Mm-hmm. Assassin's Creed Shadows. This is the next Assassin's Creed RPG giant. And it takes place in feudal Japan. And you can play as two characters. I don't remember the girl's name. There's a girl. The stealth character.
It's like something with an N.
But you can also play as a brute character, and it's a historic character, and that's Yasuke. The trailer's just a cinematic. There's no gameplay, which I think was expected, but...
Yeah. I think they announced it that way.
Yeah. What would you guys think?
I liked it. I think of the three of us, I'm the Assassin's Creed fan here. I'm not like a super diehard.
You're just out of us three, the biggest.
Yeah,
definitely,
for sure.
Definitely. Not that bar is very high.
No,
but
I don't think I've played an Assassin's Creed game since like 2015. So
I've played the last two, and I like them both for very different reasons. But I like this trailer. I think I was actually talking about this with somebody earlier today. I think this is an exciting entry, but I think it's 4 years too late.
Yeah.
Timing is really unfortunate with
Sony's big shoe that's going to drop probably this year as well.
Yeah.
And their backup shoe.
Yeah. I can't help but think that Ubi was just trying to get this trailer out so they could get their date marked.
Yeah,
Try to get it out in front of Ghost of Tsushima 2, because that's probably... I think they're going to announce it this summer, but I wouldn't be shocked if it was a holiday release game. Yeah.
What I could see is Ubi and because they don't have like a like an advertising deal with Sony, do they? Sometimes those third-party publishers will have advertising to be like, get it on PlayStation, even though it's multi-platform.
They did Xbox last time.
Okay. But I think there would be an opportunity for Xbox to be like, since Xbox isn't getting Ghost, to really hype this one up as, hey, just make sure you get their logo out in front of this trailer.
Yeah, they'd be smart too.
Maybe they can shut down Ubi too.
We got to get Star Wars Outlaw first, though. Then they can shut. Well, I want Division 3 too.
Well, they're not owned by Xbox. They can't shut them down. So.
Yet.
They could.
Oh, gosh. So let's not joke about that.
There's another gaming trailer this week too.
I wanted.
Save that.
No, I just want to talk about Shadows.
Oh, okay.
I think the trailer's cool, but I'm just kind of done with the dual playable characters. I don't care about it. I think it's a boring choice. I don't know. I don't know if people like prefer that though. But just give me a character and let me play that character.
Yeah.
I feel like is that something where studios are trying to move away from? Like it's such a weird choice, and they've done that the last 3. And it's each time it's been like, okay. And the same thing with this one. It's like, okay.
It must get good enough reception, and I wonder if, again, I haven't played the last 3, so Tyler, you tell me, like, is there like a mechanics advantage to having 2 characters that really lends itself to making Assassin's Creed unique in that way?
So, like, in Valhalla, it's not... The way this is presented versus how it works in Valhalla is totally different.
Okay.
Like, in Valhalla, you have 2 versions of Eivor you can choose from. And you can just play as that one the whole game. And that's how Odyssey is as well. It's like you pick one.
When you think about it, it's like, okay, that's cool. But then I think it just ruins a story mechanic. Because I feel like that would be a different situation depending on the character you chose.
Well, in Odyssey, it's 2 different stories.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't play that one, so
yeah.
I played Valhalla for 20 minutes.
This one, it does sound like it's more interchangeable.
It seems like you're playing both of them.
Like you can...
It's like Syndicate, where you have the siblings.
Right.
I think it's like that. And that you'll play 2, and there will be 2 different style of characters.
That game was terrible.
I didn't play Syndicate.
It was terrible.
Yeah, I don't know. I think in Valhalla, the only extra character you play as is like if you go to the realms and play as a very different character altogether, and you don't have to. It's optional. Like you don't have to do it. So, but I do agree with you in that like the 2 protagonists thing is getting a little overdone at this point. I mean, there's Grand Theft Auto 6. There's rumors that they're doing it. I think that's all but confirmed. Alan Wake did it. This is doing it. What else have we had in recent years? I mean, Spider-Man did it.
Yeah.
Like, it's just becoming... That's true. It is becoming, like, a normal thing. That's so weird.
I'm just a little tired of it.
Yeah, no, I think that's a fair critique.
I have no problem just having a character influence my character by how I interact with him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think that's way more interesting than, okay, now play as this person. Because the only way you can experience the story is through their eyes.
Yeah.
Like, I think there's a place for that, but it's become the norm that I just think is annoying.
And I think, too, it doesn't really fit in this size of a game, right? Like,
I don't need to play as MJ.
Yeah. Yeah. Or, like, and I'm thinking about it in this game, too. Like, you're talking, this is probably a 50 to 70 hour campaign. Probably, right? Like, this is going to be a big game.
Probably.
How much of the story is split between the 2 characters?
What if I don't like one of the characters?
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's a big... I feel like it's just a huge risk. What is the impact of the pacing between the 2? Because they're going to play different.
So, and for what I saw, I could be misremembering or misquoting, so take this with a grain of salt, that it was you get to choose who you play as, except for very specific story moments.
And that may be true.
So it's like, if
and
you
only want
to play as
chick.
one character 90% of the time, you'll play 90% of the game.
I will choose the stealth gameplay almost every time.
So especially, this is the interesting part. In an Assassin's Creed game.
Yeah. When
did the identity of Assassin's Creed become right bumper, light attack, right trigger, heavy attack?
Yeah.
It was Origins.
Yeah. But Origins still stayed close enough to what made Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, that game was awesome.
The game is really fun. Riding a camel's dope.
Yeah, dude.
And the protagonist, and that's great.
Yeah, Bayek.
Yeah.
Oh, he was cool.
Sorry, going on a tangent.
Dude,
It's fine.
the memes though of like people being like, "Can we just get a game in Africa?" Like,
Yeah.
dude, Egypt is in Africa, idiot. It was so good.
Yeah, and
The internet stays undefeated, you know.
Yeah.
I also love that people are like, Yasuke wasn't a samurai, he was a retainer. And then if you look up what retainers were, he was a samurai. Yeah.
I'm not even.
It was like a certain clan's name for a samurai.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna get into any of the historical stuff. Like, I don't know any of it.
So speaking of that, because I was going to talk about this later, I got an ad. Ubisoft has been releasing a podcast that is pertaining to the world of Assassin's Creed, and it's not about the games per se, but it's the stories and the history that influenced them.
Oh.
And it's called Echoes of History, and they bring in like professors from like Cambridge and Edinburgh, and they come in and they talk about like the actual history that the storytellers are kind of using as the backbone for the stories they're telling. And they're like 3 or 4 episodes into this Japan Sengake saga, like, and I started listening to it today. I'm on the 2nd episode. It is super interesting, kind of hearing about like all the different ways that, you know, Japan was governed and how emperors were like impoverished and had no power, and like there's all this crazy stuff that I'm like, I had no idea. So it's been really fun to listen to. So if you're into history, they've not even mentioned, other than Yasuke, the other character, like they're just talking about the history of Japan and the time period that they're making this game. So it's a really fun podcast.
I'm sure there'll be lots of characters like that throughout the game.
Yeah, they said
that
the dude said you'll meet some of these people we talk about.
In Origins, you meet up with like Cleopatra and all of her Greek stuff going on.
Yeah.
With all that, and so like it's always really cool to see how they intertwine their
like history, like
weird.
Yeah.
I was gonna say sci-fi because it used to be a sci-fi thing, but now it's not anymore. Now it's just
historical fiction.
Where can we put a assassin from this guild in random place of history?
Yeah.
I kind of miss the sci-fi aspect of it,
dude, with Desmond and all that. That was always really cool.
It was back in the day.
But
Tyler, you insinuated about another game trailer?
I did. EA Sports College Football 25.
That's right. And I really liked that trailer. I just forgot to write it down.
Yeah. I am so excited for this game. I have been ever since they announced it was coming back.
You've been excited for it before it was announced.
I was. There was always like
a prayer.
There was always a sliver of hope, man, that maybe it would happen. Man, I wasn't sure if this trailer could really live up to the hype that it was getting, and I thought it did. I think this trailer is awesome. Like, this is the all the thumbs ups I can give it. Luke's going to talk about something later with this trailer that I agree with completely. But this game is gorgeous. It's next gen only, which I think is the biggest W of all the announcements they made. It's next gen only. That's huge. They announced that they released a blog for it, and there's a lot of really good stuff in there as well. But it sounds like this game, they're redoing how the gameplay works. There's new systems within the game that Madden has not had, and I'm very curious to see how much that will impact how the game plays. Like, one of the things they announced was a wear and tear system. So like if your running back's getting hit hard a lot, like it'll impact his everything will start to kind of crumble.
That's really cool.
I think that's really cool. In Road to Glory, like you have to manage your GPA. Like there's, and they.
I was just gonna ask, are they gonna do a thing where it's like you haven't turned in any homework, so you can't play?
You have to. The way they used to do it is you had to take tests. Like they would have like 5-question quizzes that you would take.
Oh my god,
dude, it was cool.
What is the capital?
And it was
of Nebraska.
It was stupid stuff like that. But I think what they'll do in this is you'll have to manage like NIL appearances and classwork, and like if you're not allotting your time management right, your GPA will drop. And I just think it's cool, man. Like
that's why you pay a nerd to do it.
But this trailer is awesome. The pageantry, the traditions of college football.
A lot of touching of rocks.
A lot of touching of rocks and statues, yeah. Baylor was on there, which I thought was really weird because they suck right now.
Did they have a statue?
No, it just showed their field with them running out, and I was like, "Whoa, Baylor's in there!" Like usually you wouldn't put Baylor in a trailer because they've been so bad lately. But man, I'm so excited. I had super chills watching this trailer. Very very excited. And if you want to hear a really good reaction to it, the Kind of Funny Games Daily guys reacted to it, and Greg Miller went ballistic, and I was not expecting that. So yeah, I'm excited, man.
I am not gonna play this game. I do not care about this.
I loved your text so much when you sent it, though.
Dude, I was watching this trailer and it got me hyped. I was watching, I was just like, this looks like the funnest game ever made.
Dude, it's yeah.
Mainly because, and this is what you were talking about, the music in it is so good.
It's so great.
And what they do is, like, it kind of starts off and then they rev up Guns N' Roses' Welcome to the Jungle. It's just like, oh yeah, I love this song. And then it transitions into a marching band and drumline version of it. And then it like meshes them together, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
And I just thought, listen, I'll take a shot at Star Wars here. This is what I'm talking about when you use music for kind of what you're known for.
Yeah.
And that's why I can't stand the Acolyte trailer, because it's just generic, boring movie trailer music. It's like you have Star Wars music to use. And it's like, what's one of the coolest things about the college atmosphere of sports? It's a drum line.
Yeah.
Like, that isn't really in any other place. And even professional sports have started to kind of replicate that.
Yep.
But yeah, the music was so good. It got me super hyped. And I was like, oh my gosh, am I going to get this? No, I'm not. I'm not. But it was a great trailer.
Yeah. Very well done. And especially like with the amount of hype this game's getting, like that trailer had to hit. Yeah. And it hit. I mean, it nailed it. It was big. I'm fired up. That will be one of the shows where like it's going to be hard to get me to come in to record that night because I'm out of town the weekend it releases, and I get back the Monday, and I'm just going to want to play it all day, man.
We'll just come over and record at your house.
There you go. I'll just sit and play the whole time.
You play live, and you can react to what me and Brett are talking about.
Perfect. Taking the show on the road. But thumbs ups for that trailer,
I'll give that
man.
a thumbs up
awesome.
too. It was great.
Yeah.
I'll move into movies. Once again, if I forget one, let me know. Start off with Wicked.
Yeah.
One of the longest trailers I think I've ever seen.
Dude, it's like 4 minutes long.
Just keep going.
Great trailer, but it is way too long, and they showed way too much. I don't know if you got that feeling.
Yeah, I mean, because I know it feels like it answers all the questions I would have.
It's just interesting because it's part one of the musical. Like, it's just going to be Act 1. And so I don't think you know what Act 2 is.
No idea.
Okay. So I won't say anything. But, yeah, this got me really excited. I think visually it looks really cool.
Yeah.
Cynthia Erivo looks awesome. I was even impressed with Ariana Grande.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's really hard for her to play a bubbly character, but...
Yeah.
I was always kind of worried about that casting, but I think she'll do good.
I'm glad they delayed it as long as they did because it looks pretty.
Yeah. I forgot kind of who had been cast in this too. Like, I forgot Michelle Yeoh's in this.
Mm-hmm.
I did not even know Jeff Goldblum was in this.
Yeah, that was a surprise.
But I'm very, very excited for this. I'm also very nervous.
It's a big one. It's a big bite, man.
Because Wicked is the best. Thankfully, I always have the
very
musical,
curious to see how this does.
Yeah, it's a big risk.
They need to release another trailer that is just like, this is a musical. In case you didn't know, it's a musical. Look at our people singing and dancing in the street. Because there was not a lot of singing and dancing in the trailer.
It was definitely not implied that it was a musical.
Oh, but it looks good.
It's going to be like 2 hours and 45 minutes.
That is ridiculous. What are you going to add?
I'm just...
The part 1, part 2 thing has always been so weird to me. Just make a 3-hour epic. Musical epic. Like they used to do back in the day.
Crazy.
Horizon, an American Saga, Part 1 and Part 2 both come out this summer. June and August. I think this movie looks awesome.
Yeah.
Isn't it like a 6 or 7 parter or something like that?
I think they said.
I have no idea.
I think he said he's got 4 more parts.
Oof.
So maybe 5 part. Because I think that was just after the first one. He was talking about there's. Yeah. Anyway, in any case, yeah, I'm here for it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it has 5 movies worth of legs, but give me a solid trilogy of whatever this is cooking.
Just looks like a classic Western.
Yeah. We've kind of talked about how that genre has felt dry for
there's
a long
not a lot of
time.
it. You don't get a lot of chances at it, so.
And it looks really good. Plus, it's Costner. He did Dances with Wolves, so he knows how to make a Western. So I've got the uttermost faith in him.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to this.
Yep, same.
Well, are you looking forward to Megalopolis?
Nope.
Actually, yes.
I'm not.
I'll be the weird one on the pod here.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing what it is.
I don't know if it's gonna. Am I gonna walk out and be like, that was hilariously awful? That was curiously brilliant? Is it WTF did I just see? Like that's. I just don't know.
Or pardon me, going to walk into traffic real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, this trailer was just a lot.
Yeah.
I just don't. It feels like it doesn't know what it is. I don't know what it is when I watch the trailer.
Yeah. Yeah, and that is a trailer's job, is to try to tell you what a movie...
Try to convey to me what I'm going to be watching. And
Yeah.
after I watch that trailer, I just think to myself, wow, Adam Driver's haircut looks kind of weird. I'm not used to his hair like that.
Well, it premiered at Cannes, and it has 50 reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, and it's sitting at 52%. So
It's going to be right down the middle. You're
All
going
right.
to love it or hate it.
Yep.
love it, hate it,
Somewhere in the middle.
confused.
Confused. Yeah.
I don't get it.
That's probably
When does
the
that
same time.
release?
There was a chariot race. Let's see.
It's gonna have a limited release at first.
Probably like
supposedly.
November. I feel like. Does it not say?
They may not have announced release dates yet.
That's a good point. Did you have any movies? Did I miss any?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. I'll do this one quick. This one was today. It wasn't really much of a trailer, just a quick teaser. There was a Sandman season 2 tease, and they announced some new
Right.
characters and castings.
That was like today, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very excited. Sandman season 1 was great.
Oh,
I really like
yes,
Dead
it
Boy
is.
Detectives. So I'm really looking forward to this.
Get hyped.
Let's go. Very hyped for this one. I wasn't expecting a trailer for this soon. Dune Prophecy.
Oh,
yeah.
Like they just announced that lady had been cast.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't even sure if it had been filmed yet.
Yeah,
Just like,
evidently
okay,
it's
yeah,
well
I think we're
into-
still trying to make this. Here's a trailer. It's done.
I wonder how much of that was fast tracking due to how well Dune Part 2 was
Yeah.
received.
Yeah.
But it did feel like this came together very fast.
Mm-hmm.
Thumbs up trailer though.
Yeah.
It looks awesome. I love, as we were kind of talking before the show, I love how fantasy this feels, yet still feels familiar like Dune.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's a really hard thing to capture. But I'm very encouraged by this trailer, and I'm looking forward to watching this.
Yeah. Looks super cool. Plus, I'm not going to turn away Dune anything.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
for sure. And it's based on a book I guess his kid wrote. I don't know. I haven't read it. I don't know anything about it. So
Are you going to read it?
I don't know. I want to read the third one first because I have it.
Oh, that's right.
And then I'll see if I want it to get any more weird than it already is at that point.
Maybe just got to embrace the weird.
Embrace the weird, you know?
You're like, okay, I guess we're just worm people now.
Yeah, hey, it would kind of be fun to get to that moment. And just be like, how did we get here?
Dude,
Wait a
if they
second.
make all that stuff, it's gonna put a lot more of those. Would you love me if I'm still a worm? Memes on the internet.
It's gonna
Yes.
come back. Yep.
Would you love me if I was still a worm? I am literally also a worm. Only Murders in the Building season 4. Anybody?
Still haven't seen season 3, and I even have Hulu now. I need to watch
You
it.
gotta watch it, man. Season 3 was great. Season 4 looks great too. They're going to L.A.
Ooh.
And of
Fun
course
change
there
of
was a
pace.
murder.
A murder.
Are they moving to LA?
They're making a movie about their podcast, I think.
That's awesome.
And so they're like taking them there to,
That's awesome. Like
Just be
be
involved,
producers
yeah.
or
That's
whatever.
great.
and of course they have to solve a murder too. But,
Yeah.
What a freaking awesome idea. It's good stuff.
And then of course our 2 fantasy shows had to both release trailers this week because they always be competing.
Yep.
House of the Dragon season 2.
I didn't watch this.
We don't need to, I guess, talk about it that much. They've had like 5 trailers.
I was gonna say, I feel like the marketing has been on a blitz, and
Yeah.
so like I'm not even sure I've seen this version of the trailer because I've seen so many little 15-second spots.
I've seen 150,000 ads during the
Yeah,
NBA playoffs.
yeah.
So, I mean, the
I'm
playoffs
st-
are
I'm
mostly
not-
on TNT, so
hyped for this show
Lots of
this
HBO
season.
ads.
So
I am too. And I'm actually going to watch it.
I'm so
Out on
glad we'll be
release.
able to talk about it.
Well, it helps that it's not releasing on the same
Yeah, no,
day
for sure.
as Rings of Power.
For sure.
Like, I didn't want to cross my streams there, and I picked the one I cared about more.
Maybe
so-
that's why I didn't enjoy Rings of Power as much
Maybe.
because I had both of those things
Maybe you're
in
just
my
a hater.
brain at the
you
same
know?
time. Maybe I am.
Haters be hating.
Maybe I am.
But speaking of Rings of Power,
Look at that, hater
was
over there.
the other trailer.
It was the trailer.
Finally, kind of just to hear something about it was nice.
Yeah. We were just talking last week how kind of radio silent.
Yeah.
And the next
Has
day, they're
been.
like, "There's a trailer." Or no, we
we
talked about how
knew-
there
we
was
knew a
going to be a
trailer
trailer.
was
That's right.
coming.
Yeah.
So
I think it looks super good.
Yeah, I'm into it.
Seeing all of like the characters and cast back, I was like, "Oh yeah, I really liked all these characters."
I love the Twitter memes about Sauron. It's like, oh, he put on a wig and ears, and they don't recognize him. Like, it's so funny.
I'm really curious to just like what his side of the story is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Well, just I mean that pertains to all the characters, but like it was so cool to see the dude who betrays Elrond. What's that dude's name? The kid cuts a finger off. The son, who was presumed dead.
The kid who
Gosh, dang it.
Isildur?
Isildur, yes,
Yeah.
he's walking around with
okay.
the woodland elf or the black elf.
Yeah,
And him, they're hanging out, and I was like, okay, yeah, let's go. That's the team up that I want.
yeah.
But yeah, I'm really excited. It comes out August 29th.
There were no Harfoots in it.
Well, there's only one Harfoot in the show now.
That's true.
There were some shots of the wizard though, and he's with the Harfoots.
Oh, his name is Gandalf.
His
No,
name's Gandalf.
no one knows that yet. We do get to see the bridge get knocked down
Yeah.
in the trailer, which I thought was.
It's gonna be the biggest bait and switch when he's like, I'm Jeff. My full wizard name is Jephanimus the Gray.
I'm still. I still think there's a chance they do some weird retcon, and he's like Tom Bombadil or something like that. I'm Tom. Oh,
Hi, I'm Tom.
then everyone will collectively lose their. All the Tolkien nerds will collectively lose their minds.
For a good reason or a bad reason?
That's not my Tom Bombadil.
Oh God, the like 6 people on the internet who that's their favorite character.
Yeah. For sure. But yes, big thumbs up.
I'm excited.
I am excited
man.
for season 2.
I liked season 1 a lot. I
Me too.
cried a lot. Looking forward to it.
Yeah. That was all the trailers. Was there any more?
Dang.
Did I miss any?
No.
If you did, I'm not gonna correct you. That was
That was
a lot.
30 minutes of trailers, baby.
Yeah.
Dang.
You better jump into your movie review that you went and saw the best movie of the weekend.
Look, it's gonna be a very quick review, which is why I let our trailer.
You don't want to gush
go.
about it?
Look, I went and saw If this weekend. This is the John Krasinski written and directed.
Did you have a grimace shake after?
No.
Was Ryan Reynolds actually an imaginary friend the entire time?
Ryan Reynolds is in it. I cannot remember the girl's name. Shoot, I feel bad because she's the lead. I'm gonna look it up real quick.
That's a good sign.
You guys are over here being smart.
Was it Sarah?
For no good reason.
Sally.
This movie is good.
It's a kids movie.
It is a kids movie that's doing. I don't think it ever truly falls into like this is for young kids. Kids movie, and it doesn't ever give you enough. I think as an adult to be like, yeah, that's one we'll like rewatch, or I'll appreciate it more on second viewing. It is kind of like a one hit thing. Like you'll see it, you'll appreciate it, you'll like it, and then you'll probably never think of it again. But that's not for lack of trying, at least by certain actors in this film. I don't think look. We all know that Brett is a hater.
Yes, that's true.
And I think Ryan Reynolds is a fine actor. I think usually he's typecast. This is obviously not him being completely typecast, but I just don't feel like he really tried. I don't think his character's that great.
I mean, just from the trailer, what I always think about when they're interviewing imaginary people or whatever, I just think of the scene from Deadpool 2 when they're doing the X-Force
interviews. Yeah, very similar.
I think of it every time.
Carrie Fleming, Kaylee Fleming, excuse me, is the lead, the girl. She's great. I think she brings a lot of energy. It's a fairly heavy emotionally movie. It's about a teenager, 10-year-old, I guess. I think she's supposed to be 10. She looks like she's 13. She's probably 17. I don't know. Who's going through, like, she lost her, this isn't really spoiled, it's all in the first 5 minutes. She lost her mother to cancer, and now her dad's having, like, a heart surgery. And they're back at, like, that same hospital. So she's kind of revisiting those emotions of, like, being scared of losing a parent. And what do you need in that moment? And all of a sudden there's ifs around. She can see these ifs. So it gives her some purpose. She tries to figure out exactly what, the goal of this, reassignment agency, and they go on a little adventure. And it's cute and fun. I do think John Krasinski is in it as well. He plays the dad. And he and B is the girl's name, Elizabeth. They have a good chemistry. They're very believable as like a father-daughter. You care about them. The grandma, who is played by Fiona Shaw, also another like standout, really good actress. Good performance in this, and the voice acting is good. I mean, I think there's some that are stronger than others. My guess is that the most, like, people who are going to enjoy this, who are going to appreciate this, are, like, kids that are, like, Claire's age. Not 5 years old, probably, like, 8 to 10. They're not quite ready for those bigger, more action-y, violent movies.
Yeah.
More mature movies, but they're also maybe moving out of the Garfield movie.
You're not going to take Claire to Furiosa this week?
What would she do?
Woman empowerment.
That's
man.
right. She might love it. I don't know, man.
This is who your role model is going to be for the next 10 years.
And I think it got me to cry a couple times.
Nice.
It had some heartfelt moments, but I wouldn't say like this is something I would ever recommend to Luke. I think Tyler will enjoy this when his girls are maybe. You'd probably enjoy it now, but I don't think you would. You and your family watching it, I don't think your girls would probably appreciate it. Probably not,
because there's live action elements.
Yeah,
my
so
kid
that's
hates
like
that.
when I'm talking about like a recommendation or whatever. Like I think it's hard to talk about who exactly. It seems like it's a very narrow audience, and I think what it made over its first weekend reflects that.
Yeah.
So, I am gonna give it a Matthew McConaughey.
Okay.
I think it's good. I think there's some good performances. I think its biggest star doesn't do enough to really help pull it across the finish line, especially for adults. Kids aren't going to see Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Kids are going to see the big, purpley,
Steve
imaginary friend. Yeah, who's voiced by Steve Carell. Does a great job. There's a couple of reoccurring bits in there that are pretty funny. One of them I think is in the trailer with Keith, who's an invisible imaginary friend. It's great. It's a great reoccurring thing. But yeah, I still enjoyed it.
Good.
There's my review.
But what would you think Claire would give it? Booyah.
Claire liked it. I asked her. We always talk about the movie after. Of course, she's in the moment. She's not thinking as intensely as we are about like what was your favorite scene, yada yada yada.
Just more about how it made her feel.
I think she tends to focus on characters. I liked the big purple guy. I liked.
Isn't his name Blue?
Yeah. Blue, who is purple. I liked the sunflower.
Is there a joke about him being named Blue?
It's I don't know if it's as much of a joke as it is just like an awkward conversation about it.
A joke attempt.
I'm sure it's Ryan Reynolds that makes it the comment.
Pretty sure it's in the trailer. The girl does.
The girl makes a comment about it. Again, I don't think it's that joke. I'm trying to remember. I don't want to say something incorrectly here, but I do. I mean, they make fun of it a little bit, but it's not like a punchline joke like it is with the marshmallow whose eye is falling off. Don't look at it in the eye. Which eye? You know which one. Like, and it's the marshmallow whose eye is like the ground. Anyways.
Marshmallows are overrated.
It's a cute movie.
I was trying to start a tangent there, but okay.
Brett just is not letting that happen at all.
You want to talk about marshmallows? Marshmallows are overrated. I actually kind of think marshmallows suck.
Marshmallow the DJ is super overrated as well.
I'm with you. People are like, we'll be sitting around a campfire. They're like, you want a s'more? It's like, no. I'll eat another hot dog though.
Oh man, hot dogs are good.
The problem I have with marshmallows, because the only way I eat a marshmallow is via a s'more. It has to be wrapped in chocolate and graham cracker. But there's always too much marshmallow because everyone gets the jumbo size marshmallows these days. So there's always too much marshmallow per.
The ratio's bad.
Exactly.
Man.
So I gotta like kind of like smash it.
You gotta get
pull half of the marshmallow off, and then it's stuck to my fingers.
You gotta get the flat s'more marshmallows.
I would also put them in between chocolate chip cookies if I was you. Much better than a bland, gross graham cracker, which doesn't make anything better.
I love graham crackers.
Boy, get out of here.
I do. They're good.
It's the bland. It's like a dessert saltine. Like there's nothing special about it.
I love cinnamon. Just in general.
You eat saltines when you're sick, and if you're sick and eating a s'more.
Graham crackers do not by default have cinnamon.
No, but they have cinnamon graham crackers.
So you have to specify. You like cinnamon graham.
Cinnamon. You got this. Cinnamon graham crackers. Cinnamon graham crackers.
Cinnamon. Did I get it right that time?
If I wanted to die of thirst, I would eat a graham cracker.
Oh my god.
I'm not as anti-s'more, clearly.
Luke is very anti-s'more here.
The only good thing on
labeled me a hater earlier.
The only good thing on a s'more is the chocolate. Don't just eat the chocolate. But it's besides the point. When people are making s'mores, I am actually the person who's making another hot dog. I love roasting hot dogs over a fire. It is delicious.
Hot dogs are just great.
Put that thing in a bun, smack some mustard on it. It's good stuff.
See, but then I want something sweet, and I know what you'll say is just eat a chocolate bar.
Baroque says graham crackers aren't for flavor; they're for adding a nice crunch to your dessert.
Yeah.
So add an onion. I don't know.
No!
It would be better than a graham cracker.
It would not, and I'm someone who would eat raw onion, and I'm telling you that's wrong.
No, okay. You should use a chocolate chip cookie.
That actually sounds kind of fun.
It's the best
We enjoy
It's the
doing
best
s'mores
variant.
with
by far.
Grab snickerdoodles and do it.
So it's graham cracker,
Yes.
marshmallow, and Reese's cup.
Yeah.
To get a little peanut butter in there too.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's kind of a nice. So the
And if you
thing
use
about
crunchy peanut butter, it has crunch, so you can get rid of the graham cracker.
About the graham crackers is that every time you go to a campfire, every time you're making s'mores, has to be a fresh box of graham crackers.
Yeah.
I have had too many stale graham crackers. You bite into it and it's like, oh, this is gross.
If you're going to use old graham crackers, you might as well just go to a construction site, get a broom and sweep up some sawdust because it's the exact same thing.
Baroque says, no, Luke is right. Who doesn't want a nice cheesecake with onion crust?
I don't know. Maybe I just invented something crazy right there.
Dude, there's somebody out there who'd probably.
A spicy. It'd be
Absolutely.
a spicy.
Absolutely.
It's a spicy marshmallow because of the red onion.
Gross.
Oh no.
I bet a vegan would be all down for it.
Oh.
Give me the onion.
Awful. Just awful.
The
Okay.
onion crust. Ugh.
Let's talk news. let's talk some news. What all happened
Biggest
this
news
week?
story of the day.
Oh, of the day?
Red Lobster has filed for bankruptcy.
No. Oh.
That was on IGN. Like, I thought that was such a weird headline for IGN.
Look, I don't think IGN has much editorial.
Definitely not.
Their social media team's just like, man, we haven't posted in 30 minutes. We should probably do something.
They're just trying to,
Stay relevant.
Yeah.
What's trending? Oh, Red Lobster. Ooh, opinion. Red Lobster is overrated. Okay. Thank you, IGN, on your random articles. Random opinion articles.
No. Oh no.
I like Red Lobster.
I like bubblegum shrimp more.
We don't have those here.
You're not
So-
wrong. You're not wrong.
I can't help you
Should
with
we
that.
go over to the turf and no, what is it?
Surf and turf?
Surf and turf? There's a restaurant over on the east side.
Hook and reel?
Hook and reel. We should go have some hook and reel sometime. I like seafood.
It sounds expensive.
Yeah. It's Kansas. And if you want good seafood, you're
That's a
gonna have to
good
pay.
point.
otherwise you're paying Red Lobster prices and the food's not fresh.
Well, I usually go with my family, and thankfully
They
they
pay
usually
for
pay.
it. Nice.
Blessed. That was a weird news topic to cover.
Anyways,
Maybe
I
they
guess
want
we're
my
just-
onion s'more recipe.
we're just copying.
They'll bring
we're
them
just
back.
copying IGN at this point.
Here's a real one. Venom: The Last Dance will be the final Venom film.
Thank God.
Is Michael Jordan going to be in this one?
Dude, I hope so.
I'll
I
take,
can't
I'll
believe
take
that's the
either.
title.
I'll take either Michael Jordan, the A1 or the B1.
I love it.
Yeah. No, great.
The B one's probably gonna be in.
Do we know who's directing this
Probably.
one?
It's the writer.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
She wrote 2,
That's right.
maybe 1 as well.
I'll never forget
Oh boy.
the cold open of the second one. I was sitting next to you, and I was just like, "This is gonna be a long movie."
I don't. What was it?
It's how Cletus and his girlfriend meet in the prison.
Yeah.
Wow, I don't remember it. Oh, wow, I really
It,
am blessed.
It happened, and I was just like, "This is gonna be long, man."
The only thing I remember in that movie was when Carnage exploded the priest for like no reason. I was just like, okay.
That movie's so bad, dude. I just don't understand.
I hope Morbius shows up.
Dude, I hope it's like an in-game.
I hope
level
Madam Web
Sony
shows
movie.
up. And
Her little posse
wheelchair, their big 3D glasses. She's like, "Don't worry, guys, I'm here."
Oh,
and a bus just lands on them all.
That.
Oh yeah,
we got to get through news so we can talk about that. Let's go.
Here's some news stories. Boy season 5 has been greenlit before season 4 is even out.
Wow.
Please be the last season.
I watched the first episode of Gen V this week.
Was it good?
It actually was pretty good. The first episode was.
I think the first couple aren't bad. It's just.
Yeah.
It's just a lot. It's a lot of characters and.
Yeah.
It
doesn't end how I thought.
The first episode.
I was like, whoa, all right.
Oh boy.
Like I thought they were setting that character up to be the villain, and that is not what they were doing.
I hope Boys season 5 can wrap it up because I don't want it to go on longer than it should.
Yeah.
Don't overstay your welcome.
Like if you're like, oh, we need season 5 and season 6 is the last. It's like, okay, at least they have an end game.
Yeah. I want them to end it on their terms. Yeah.
But just don't
did Supernatural though.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Talk about a show that went 18 seasons too long. I just realized lots of these stories are Prime related. Mr. and Smith season 2.
This was a weird announcement.
Has also been greenlit. And Donald Glover and Maya Erskine are not returning.
Yeah.
And I'm over here going, what?
Did you watch it?
Yeah, it was great, and it ends on a cliffhanger.
See, and I'm someone who hasn't watched it yet, but I'm curious, and I'm like, oh, maybe they do something at the end of season 1 that like sets it up for it to be different characters,
like an anthology type.
Yeah, but no, it's not like obviously an anthology thing. Okay.
No,
how weird is that?
Unless they're gonna come back, they're probably like the way they get their missions.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably gonna just be a new Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and I guess that's what they want to do, but I don't know. Feels like a big miss, in my opinion.
I do kind of feel like Donald Glover may be moving into a like I am only really doing what I want to do.
Oh yeah, because he's announced he's wrapping up his music career.
Wrapping up music stuff. And so maybe they just couldn't get him back, and so they're like, well...
Just recast him. People do it all the time.
Maybe they had to recast both of them.
Okay.
How weird would that be?
I'd be fine with that. Like, the characters were at a really interesting point in their relationship.
So
I feel like you could kind of guess where it ends.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, can we get some resolution? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's a weird
decision. Maybe they said they're not coming back, though, because they are recasting them.
Could be.
Maybe they're too expensive and they don't want to. They want to keep the show, but not the budget.
Another Prime show is greenlit, Tomb Raider. This is the what's her name?
Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
Phoebe Waller-Bridge is Tomb Raider.
Yep.
I'm curious.
Kind of That's.
I'm curious.
I was like, oh, interesting choice, but okay, I could see this working. Be very interested.
I feel like it'll be a very different tone than we're used to.
Could be.
It could be.
Could be.
I'm excited.
Have they casted that at all yet?
No.
Is there any rumors floating around for it? I'm not seeing anything.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Angelina Jolie's back. And
fresh off Eternals.
Daniel Craig is also reprising his role. We got a date and kind of confirmation of crew for Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's going to be released on June 26th, and Gunn did confirm that it's Craig Gillespie is the director.
Gillespie.
Oh, yeah.
Gillespie, yeah. And they're getting to work on that.
June of 2026 feels fast.
Yeah. And it's 2 years.
I guess that's true.
Yeah.
But
I wonder when they're shooting.
I do feel like, though...
Well, Gunn doesn't spend a ton of time in post, so...
Yeah, and I think he runs a pretty tight ship.
Yeah.
I think where... And this...
Isn't he one of the filmmakers who constantly comes in under budget? Isn't he one of those?
I don't know about budget.
He's also not directing.
They gave him a bunch of money, so probably.
Yeah.
I just feel like he's someone who, and it'll be interesting to see how this translates from as a director to a producer. Executive producer, head of DC, whatever. Is very much we're on schedule. We do these things. Boom, 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 boom. Because even Guardians 3 just felt like the turnaround time was so fast. But that movie looks amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. Like, best MCU movie of Phase 4.
Yeah.
You know what I think I love?
Or 5.
Or 5. Which one is it? I can't.
Both?
I don't know.
It kind of bridges, doesn't it?
No, I don't think so.
No, it's like the best of both.
Oh.
Like, it doesn't matter what phase it's in.
Yeah. What I love about this announcement, though, is they're very firmly like, we're going to kick off this new DCU with Kryptonians.
Mm.
And I just feel like with what they've titled Chapter 1, having your Kryptonians there to fight those gods and monsters is a good way to start.
Yeah.
Right? And it's a little bit of like looking too much into it, but I do love, because I do feel like Superman gets pushed to the side a lot for Batman.
Yeah.
Supergirl obviously is few and far between. I just think it's a cool setup, and the story that this movie is based on is phenomenal. So really looking forward to it.
Yeah. Hyped.
Yeah, very hyped. The last news story I have was a confirmation. Also, Shogun season 2 and 3
Yeah,
are
that was
both happening.
the 3 was a
That
big
was a big
surprise.
surprise.
Like I knew 2 is pretty much all but a done deal, but then they were like, and 3 is like, oh. But I wonder if that's their version of the Netflix thing, where it's like we're gonna make 2 short seasons.
Mm.
And they're just gonna call it a season 2 and 3, which is
could just
how it
be
should be
writing
anyways.
that success, though, right? Like, even if you screw up a season 2 of this, it will probably still be successful enough that
You would get
that people will still
3,
give it season 3 a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Like, season 1 is good enough that like even a flop on season 2 isn't gonna kill it.
Yeah, I just immediately was like, cool. So Blue Eye Samurai win.
Yeah, right.
Dude, you're not wrong.
Because like we're feasting on like
Lots of samurai
the
stuff.
samurai like Japan stuff right now. We're getting a lot of good. We're gonna probably get Ghost 2. We're gonna have Shadows. We're gonna have Shogun. Blue Eye Samurai's got to be coming at some point. Like this is good time for that.
Luke's priority list. Number 1, Ghost of Tsushima 2.
Yep.
Number 2, 1A, 1B. 1A, Ghost of Tsushima 2. 1B, Blue Eye Samurai. 1C,
Shogun.
Shogun.
Yeah.
Shadows honestly isn't really on the list for me. It's just those 3 that
For the sake of, it's at 2 though. For what the list.
For the
could
sake
be.
of it drops. It's no longer in the 1.
We'll
it's
put it at 3,
officially
and I'll put
2.
Rise of Ronin at 2. Because
Okay.
I do want to play that, but I just will wait for it to be cheaper.
It'll be a PS Plus game at some point. You just sign up for that 1 month. And
Maybe
get it.
maybe I will.
Oh my goodness. Tyler, do you have any other news stories?
Other than Venom: The Last Dance being a terrible title,
And Red Lobster.
then Red Lobster.
That's right, you did talk about Red Lobster.
No, I don't think so.
Red Lobster. Yum.
Yum. I don't think it had been announced because I had it written down here and I'm scrolling back and I can't find
Division's
it.
Heartland was canceled.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Sad day.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe
So
not so sad day.
so I was a little upset, but I could pull up some old texts.
Yeah.
I had texted my buddy Zach like 2 weeks ago, and I was like, I don't think Heartland's ever coming out. And like a week
were
later,
prepared for
a
this
week
moment.
later they canceled it, and I was like, all right.
Now they can focus on 3.
I think they can move some of the assets to 3
Sure.
and get going on that. That might actually jumpstart 3's development.
Yeah.
Which could be a bad thing, but I'll buy Division 3 day 1. I'm a sucker, man. I'm in.
Oh, you sucker.
I'm here for it. Just announce it in the Pacific Northwest. That's all I want. That's all I want.
You just want a prediction, don't you?
No,
That's
that's
all you
where I
care
think
about.
it would be the best. Because what I love about Division 1 over Division 2 is the gloomy-ish atmosphere of it being like winter in New York.
Mm,
And like
You want
rainy Pacific
Yeah.
Northwest, I just feel like fits that
would be really cool.
really well.
the fog. Dude, there could be some really cool fog stuff. Too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think it would work really well. So that's my hope.
Dope. I hope that is
Watch it
the
be in
case
like
for
London. This thing's gone global.
That'd be interesting. Run around the billy club and just beat the hell out of people.
What you could do with Pacific Northwest though is you could get up to the like. Is it entire like North American continent, or like could there be like
Areas.
like a border wall on like the Canadian border there?
It's just the United States.
So see, like I think Pacific Northwest, you could have some of that, like the stuff you're talking about with the gloom and that more Division 1. But then, like you could even have like reconning into Canada or getting people into Canada or something.
Smuggling people across the border.
Yeah, I don't know. Some missions with maybe you get a missions from the Canadian government.
They have division agents too. Turns out they're just rogue agents.
I don't know.
They're the ones who always kill me in the dark zone.
Yeah.
They're always real polite about it too.
Yeah, they're like they just
Like, bah. I'm sorry.
like,
I'm so
Are you
sorry.
okay?
it's sorry. Sorry.
Sorry, eh?
Sorry, I'm gonna take this from you though.
I got a med pack for you, eh?
Here, I'll leave you.
Thanks, I'm gonna take your bag.
I'll leave you a quarter.
I'm gonna give you a med pack, but I'm gonna tie you up too, so you can't follow me. Yeah.
We got another Fantastic Four casting this week.
We did?
Natasha Lyonne.
I did not see this.
I didn't see that either.
Yeah.
Did they say who?
This movie's getting expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's getting big.
I'm getting a little concerned about the cast. Like it feels too big. And I know this is Fantastic Four and they're probably swinging for the fences. And it's the first family and whatever. But it is like, oh boy.
This is Shackman, right?
I don't remember.
The dude who did WandaVision? It's him, right?
Yes.
You know what I think of every time Natasha Lyonne comes up, though? I always think about her role in Ad Astra. Receptionist on Mars. She's in the movie for a minute. And it's just like, that was quick.
Yeah, I mean,
That's a
who
good
knows how
movie.
big some of these...
Yeah, dude, I love that movie.
Some of these characters are going to actually be. But, yeah, no,
I'm still on the
interesting.
Paul
Well, one of
Walter
them-
Hauser Mole Man train.
Yeah.
I'm all here.
One of them has to be their family robot, right? Don't they have a family robot? Like the Power Rangers have and stuff?
I hadn't thought about that. No, that
Like
makes
the
sense.
Jetsons.
The Jetsons? Like, hey, I'm your funny talking robot.
Your sassy robot.
I do
The
feel,
only emotion I understand is sarcasm.
I do feel like that would be a role that they'd cast her in. I don't know.
I'm your funny, sarcastic robot, and I have the thickest Brooklyn accent you'll ever hear. Or New York, I should say. I don't know if she's from Brooklyn.
Okay, well, that, I think, reaches the end of our news list. So let's...
I'm just looking to see.
Is there anything listed on IMDb yet?
No, nothing for a role.
Yeah.
It just says she's in it.
Yeah. Yeah, fair enough.
I was looking to see if it said who she was going to be.
So we do have a fan box question this week.
Mm.
I think this is a good one.
You know, you gave it to us early so we could think about it.
Yeah, do you
I
appreciate
haven't
that?
thought about
I
it.
haven't thought about it once.
Oh man. Okay. Well,
All I did was
tried.
literally wrote down all the hobbits' names so I could remember them.
So this is from Baroque in the chat. Sent it to us via Twitter. You have to draft a team for a 3-on-3 basketball tournament using major Lord of the Rings characters. Each team must have at least one hobbit. No magic can be involved. Just straight ball skills.
Straight ball skills.
Who you got?
So who gets first pick?
I want to just real quick clarify what major means to you. What is a major Lord of the Ring character? Like a named character?
Why don't you or Broke define it for me, and I will follow the rules.
I think maybe it's because it's also not specified if this is just the films or
The films, the
books.
movies. Does it include the Hobbit movies?
Maybe we can be fairly lenient with it. I think let's just have fun with it. How about
Let's just
that?
be lenient.
I like this. We'll be lenient.
Who gets first pick? Give it to Luke. Luke, you got first pick.
Oh
we
my
could
gosh.
roll. We could roll for it.
Roll something.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. We got our D&D dice. How are we doing this?
Get the D4.
highest roll gets first pick.
3.
We didn't. Oh, highest roll. Okay, I didn't. Okay, I got you.
3.
Well, you should have gotten
Get a 4. Get a 4, Luke.
3. We should. I was gonna have you
waiting.
designate each of us a number. Get a bigger dice.
2. Okay, I'm out.
4.
Okay,
All right,
you got
Luke gets
first
to go
pick.
first.
So it's the order we were
shoot.
originally going to go in.
I need
And we'll snake it. So you get 2.
Okay.
2 players and a hobbit. I'm gonna go with a bold choice. I think I'm gonna take Gollum.
Ooh.
I'm going defense. So I think he's gonna be a sneaky
container?
thief.
He's going to be scrappy, you know?
Yeah.
He's going to be like...
Question:
he's
Does that
gonna be
count
like
as a hobbit?
Ooh.
No.
Okay, just wanted to clarify.
I don't think
From
so.
the Pelicans that steals
Yeah,
the ball
Jose
all the time.
Alvarado. That's what I was thinking of. People are gonna be like, "Oh, I'm going into the lane. Where's the ball?"
I'm going to...
I'm afraid if the floor is too shiny, he's gonna like start talking to himself.
No, there's only one shiny thing he cares about. The Larry O'Brien trophy.
I'm going to... Does Treebeard count?
Yeah.
I'm parking Treebeard in the lane, baby. We're going defense, too. He is basically a giant Rudy Gobert with no turnaround jumper ability. You're up. You get 2 picks here.
I do get 2 picks. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'm gonna start off with my Hobbit because I think this is who really the team anchors
You better
to.
snag him now, because if you don't, I'm taking him.
Samwise Gamgee,
okay.
baby.
All right, that was gonna
The
be my
boy
pick. so-
puts the team on his back.
You gotta have a
every
heart.
day.
You gotta have a heart.
Every day. And then I think I go with my like skill position, like too good position, and that's Legolas.
Okay, well, all right. I needed to make up for the lack of speed, and I needed to make up for the lack of speed with Treebeard. I needed some speed there, so that's what I was hoping.
I'm just
to
happy
do.
I got my first 2 picks. Thank you guys.
Yeah, dude, having the back-to-backer is nice.
That was
Being in
nice.
the middle's the worst. Oh man,
Should have rolled better
I know.
or worse.
Or worse. Yeah, I was gonna say or worse actually. 'Cause, yeah, I think Legolas will just dribble circles around most people. Obviously, not everyone. And Treebeard's gonna be hard to get around no matter who you are.
You know, I think
I've already stolen the ball.
for me.
I only need 1 player. It's over.
For me, I just need. I need a leader.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go with the reluctant leader in Aragorn. He'll grow into it.
Yeah.
Give him time. He'll grow in.
It's a look classic. Like you gotta have a captain.
Yeah.
And he would be he's a great captain.
Yeah. I was struggling to pick him, but I think he can help anchor this group.
I hate to go up against him.
Is his toe broken or not?
Hey, fun fact, did you know he actually kicked
I love those memes so much. It's like the did you know?
All right, I got to think about this now. I'll do since I have my last 2 picks.
Yeah, you get to fill out your roster here.
I'm gonna go with the original goat Hobbit. I'm going with Bilbo.
Dude, Bilbo was my second choice
I think there might be
for a Hobbit. So
some chemistry there between Gollum and Bilbo,
They have
but
a-
there's also some clashing,
I
so
was
they'll
gonna
be able
say,
to like
that could be depending on your
use
third
that
player,
as well.
right? That could be a hard. Like you got to have someone that I don't know connects them in a way or allows them to have the distance they need because I do think they could very easily accuse each other of hogging the ball too much. Like that's my ball. What do you have in your pockets? It's not a basketball, Gollum. It's not the basketball. Go over there.
Yeah.
So who's your third?
Sauron.
The Dark Lord himself.
I think he might be able to kind of lead those two, and since they might have been manipulated a bit, but
Both are not huge fans of his, though.
yeah.
So he's going to have to show...
Or are they? They want the ring really bad, so they're willing to do.
You picked the 3 people who... No, that's not true.
I picked the 3 out of the 4 ring bearers.
Yeah, and 2 of them were, like, utterly obsessed with it.
Yeah, so they're going to do whatever they can to help the guy who created it.
Yeah.
Interesting choice. I love it.
I'm going to get my trickster here.
Oh.
I'm going with Pippin.
Okay.
Going with my boy, him and Treebeard. They accomplished stuff.
Those 2 have chemistry. No, that's not...
He kind of tricks him, but...
Yeah.
You need that.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
that. You need a little bit of, like, jokes in the locker room.
He is going to bring that. He's going to bring that comedic energy.
It's true. They got high together. Good vibes, Yeah. It's all about vibes.
And look.
You got the vibes guys, and then you got Aragorn, who's going to be like, what are we doing?
Pippin can also, at halftime, break out a song to, change
really
the mood.
Bring up the mood,
If you
big
guys are
vibes
losing,
guy, man. I'm telling you.
He is a big vibes guy. You're not
Baroque
wrong.
with the comment. Luke is as unhinged as I was hoping he'd be.
I'm assuming the trophy's the ring. Who wants the ring more than these 3 people that had it longer than anybody else?
It's a great logic to build your team around.
It is.
I love it.
Okay.
Nothing makes you want the championship more than once you get it. It's
That's
like,
right.
I gotta get it back.
That's right.
And that's why the Denver Nuggets right now are home right now, just crying.
Yeah.
They're crying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Truth. Maybe not Jokic.
Round out your team.
I've got my third, and my third is going to be my wild card pick.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Shelob. Because what's harder to guard than an 8-legged giant spider?
A 2-legged tree?
Shelob's going to be like crawling up all on
I think
Treebeard.
Shelob might be bigger than the tree, though. The tree will be crawling on the Shelob. And Pippin who's climbing on Treebeard.
Dude. Dunking on stuff.
There's just going to be a hole. It's just a mass.
Dude, the middle, the lane, 3 in the key can't exist in this tournament, or I'm hosed.
Yeah.
All right, Baroque, whose team is winning this tournament?
That's an excellent question.
Baroque has to provide that answer.
Yeah.
So, and I know he's in the comments. So, let's.
Who were your backup? Do you guys have any backups?
No, I thought of it on the spot.
I wanted Sam really bad.
Yeah.
Because I wanted the glue guy. But I knew you were gonna take him.
Yeah.
So.
I can't believe you didn't have
at
least 5 characters written
No.
out. Yeah, I'm a nerd. I get it.
No, I mean I thought about Gandalf, but the no magic thing really just turned me off from him.
Sure.
The only person I knew I wasn't taking was Frodo.
Yeah, Frodo's out. Dude's weak.
Listen, he had to be helped the entire way.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the clutch, he got his finger bit off. And who destroyed the ring? Guy on my team.
Well, Baroque
He bit his finger off.
Baroque's first entry into the tournament log has been placed. Luke's team is losing every game and the bus is breaking down on the way home.
Let's go, baby.
Does the team kill each other? That's the real question.
Maybe.
I think there's a high likelihood.
Ironically, it's Sauron who dies, though.
The wins are the friends we made along the way, right?
No, they hate each other. They're there to only win,
That's a
and
good
they're not
point.
going to win, so they're going to kill each other.
I could see Bilbo and Gollum teaming up to kill Sauron, but then I think it is a King of the Hill scenario where
Then
at
it's
the
a
end of the day, only one of your teammates is actually walking off the
Well,
court.
then that's a problem. It's a small ball issue. Both of my people are under 3 feet tall or something.
Yeah.
So
Very little ups.
We'll be able to move around fine, but getting the ball up to the hoop
because
is going
Gollum
to be
can't stand
a
up.
block party.
He can't straighten himself out at all. So he'd travel every time he touched the ball.
Gollum's going to be climbing on Shelob. Probably biting Shelob.
The Gollum can like scale sheer cliff
Yeah, that's
faces,
true.
So
He do be
Homie's going to be
climbing.
climbing the backboard and dunking it down your throat. That's what's going to happen.
So Baroque says, I like Tyler's team, but the lack of speed is concerning. I would agree. Once I missed out on Legolas, I was in trouble with the
there
speed front.
aren't a ton of super speedy characters in Lord of the Rings. That is the pool was small.
It is.
You could have maybe won me over with an argument actually with Gimli. Dwarves are wasted on cross country. They're natural sprinters.
Natural sprinters.
Yeah.
So I think you could have maybe snuck him in there.
I had Treebeard. I could have made up for the height. That's true.
That's
true.
Yeah.
Then I have to pivot on a leader, though.
What about girls' team?
Well, Aelin was a backup for me because that girl can't be stopped.
Well, it depends if she's fighting a man or not.
If she's
fighting a dude, she's fine. We have never seen her fight a girl, so.
I mean, that's true. I'm not picking her in a one-on-one versus Arwen, but like,
here.
Why would you?
Actually, no
It's
lie.
Arwen.
The team that would probably win is Éowyn, Arwen, and Galadriel. Full stop. Like, that's it.
We got the strategy of Galadriel. We've got
all you really need is
the heart of
Galadriel.
Éowyn, and I don't
Arwen's
know.
there.
Arwen's
She's sad.
Galadriel is one that I passed over the name several times, and then I just didn't pull the trigger.
yeah.
But
Underutilized in Lord of the Rings, the novel at least. Arwen.
I'm trading
is.
out Gollum for Ertz. The guy who killed Boromir.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey,
Trade-
I like it.
Trade deadline.
I love it. Sometimes you got to make a move, you know.
Bilbo's screwed though. There's going to be a lot of clashing, but I think with those two, I can do some damage.
I feel like Bilbo will probably
I have to have a hobbit, so
with those two, will I think he'll do what he needs to survive. He'll try and like worm his way out, but like
he's great at riddles.
if he has to go a half with those two, like he'll ball.
Is the trophy of this tournament gold?
I assumed it was the One Ring.
I'll trade Treebeard for Smaug.
Oh.
Now Shelob is climbing on
That's
Smaug.
right. Well, then
Good
I'm
luck.
trading.
Good luck finding me. Oh wait, no magic. Okay.
I need Bard. Quick, get me Bard. I need him. The only one to defeat the dragon.
I want the Rohan King. Don't remember his name. Bernard Hill, rest in peace.
Yeah.
With that substitution.
But I want the sick version possessed by
Sauron?
Christopher Lee. Yeah.
With that substitution, I think Luke's team still loses, but most games. Wait. Loses most games, but bloodies his opponents.
We are out to injure the other team.
They are the Saints of 2014 or whatever it was.
My team plays dirty.
Yeah. It's Bounty Gate all over.
Next
again.
player I have is Patrick Beverly.
Is he technically a hobbit?
Oh, well, can I trade him out for Bilbo? No.
I'll trade.
He'd get in foul trouble
if we're doing trades, I might trade Shelob for Bjorn. Think that might be a. He has that. Can bring that ferocity and change from a human and.
No, he can't. No magic.
Bad trade.
That's
dude.
a bad trade. I made a mistake.
You lost now. Your team's done.
I mean, look,
You just have a guy on your team.
giant bear or giant
Just
man.
a dude.
Still good. Still good.
He's just a dude.
He knows how to keep giant bees.
With your trade, I think I win the tournament now.
No.
I want another trade. I just want one of the bees. I'm trading out Sauron for a bee.
We need a wing. I need a winged creature. Quick.
The eagle.
The eagle. An eagle. I want an eagle now. Oh.
That was fun.
That was fun. Thank you for that question.
Yeah.
Oh, Baroque.
That was better than the hypotheticals where it's like who would win in a fight.
Yeah.
I hate those questions. Who would win in a fight? I don't know. Who's writing it?
Yeah.
Me? They probably don't fight. This is boring.
All right. Well, real
Brett's
quick.
writing it. They fall in love.
What'd you guys do this week? We'll wrap up with our weekly update here.
I watched an entire show.
You did.
The new season of Outer Range dropped this weekend, and I destroyed it.
Binged
Oh, yeah.
hard.
7 episodes. And it was fantastic. I love that show, and I'm asking people to watch it, please, so I can get season 3. It's 100% selfish, but also it's a great show.
Yeah.
It's super weird. It's a sci-fi western.
Yeah.
Name another one that's come out in like the last 20 years. Siberia, besides Cowboy and Aliens, that one doesn't count.
And has a ton of great actors in it.
Look, season 1 was my favorite show of 2022.
Oh,
so
yeah.
like I was more or less unaware that it actually released this weekend. So I'm definitely hopping on it this week. I will be all the way through it by the time our next show happens.
It's just it's so cool how they raised so many more questions, but I also got so many answers. And there's so many great moments in this season too, because there's a lot more time travel going on. So I'm really excited for you guys to watch it. It's really good.
I'm pumped. I'll still never forget how we all kind of stumbled into that show at the same time. That was so cool.
Yeah. Please watch it. I want a season 3 so bad. Not only because it's just great, but because I will need answers. There's just so many things going on, and it's such a weird show, and it's so good. Please watch it. It's on Prime.
Yep. Will do.
Sweet.
The other thing that I did was this week I had been replaying Horizon Forbidden West on New Game Plus. That game is amazing. It is beautiful. The combat is crazy fun. And New Game Plus is always fantastic because you can kind of just do whatever you want. Like, I got to just explore the map because I was level 51. So I'm not afraid of any of the more dangerous enemies. I can just fight them.
Yeah.
And it's fine. And I turned down the difficulty too because I wanted to just chill in the world.
And just enjoy the game.
Yeah. But
that's awesome.
Great game.
Indeed. That game is really fun. Is that it?
That's it.
Outside of, like, I played in a golf tournament this weekend, which was really fun. But I also mentioned earlier, I started Gen V since, season 4 of The Boys starts in June. So I'm going to try to watch Gen V before then. But then I've continued to keep up weekly with Dark Matter.
Yeah, that's right.
Episode 3 was good. It's where we're starting to get into the weirdness of the story a little bit, where you're starting to... People are putting pieces together now. Like, it's the first 2 episodes, it's like, hey, here's this problem.
Yeah.
Episode 3 is like, all right, starting to get... Like, people are starting to figure out what's going on. So, and we got our first look at the inside of the box, which is,
What's in the box?
Yeah, exactly.
Somebody has to say it.
Someone
yeah,
does.
absolutely.
Thank you, Luke.
And I'm excited.
Are they going to do the thing?
They're doing the thing. One of the things.
One of the many
The
things.
thing is at the end. That's the thing. When they do that, it gets pretty nutso.
Nice. Nice.
But all I keep thinking about, it's really weird. Every time I watch an episode, I'm like, Recursion, which was the book that followed Dark Matter, I really, really like. And every time...
A sequel or...
No. This was it was just his next book.
Next book, okay.
Which was like such a big book for him because he had not been like this popular. Mm-hmm. And so that next book is like the biggest book you'll ever write, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But the reason I think about it a lot, A, I like the book. B, is who has the rights to it. It's freaking Matt Reeves.
Oh.
And like, I'm just like, dude, like, let's go. Let's make this. And I know he's a slow guy. Like, he doesn't, he takes a long time to write stuff. Take all the time you need. Like, if he makes Recursion, that's going to be insane. It's him and Shonda Rhimes.
I'm curious if he'll, like, direct it or just produce it.
I would assume he'd just produce.
Yeah.
Just because of time.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's pretty busy with DC right now.
Because has he been given another DC property?
Mm-mm.
He's just doing Batman stuff.
He's just doing his Batman world.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. Because he's got now the Penguin. He's got the animated thing that he help with.
Mm-hmm.
And then Batman 2.
Yeah.
So. Man, that comes out soon, right?
August.
August.
Dude, August is loaded this year.
Dude, June is gonna be a mess for me. There's like 5 shows coming out. Final Shape comes out.
Oh boy.
It's prime movie season.
Yeah. It all starts hitting.
Busy.
I got a wedding to go to.
You'd be a busy dude.
I hate it when I'm busy, dude.
That's what I did.
Cool.
And I'm playing Hellblade.
and you're playing Hellblade.
Working on finishing that.
Oh yeah, that comes out tomorrow.
So the sequel, I can play the
Stealth dropping, right? Hasn't been announced.
Yeah, if they drop it, was that your prediction for this year? If they drop it here in the next 2 hours, it counts. Boot it up. I already have it downloaded.
Not getting that prediction. Stephanie and I finished Fallout.
Great show.
A good show. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun with it. Excited for season 2. It's a unique world. It ended up feeling smaller than I expected. They do a lot of like the go here and then go back, and then they go here and then go back, and like they revisit the same locations. I don't know if that's
feels like the game.
Not as much of
classic
probably,
Bethesda.
I don't know if that's a true critique of it, but it made this story feel very contained, and I know that that's part of it. Because they don't resolve all of the story threads, obviously. But what they do reveal, especially about the vaults, not silos. That's another show.
Great show.
The vaults and the vault dwellers is a lot of fun.
I thought the Vault 33 group was like probably it was such an underrated part of the season that nobody's really talking about.
Yeah.
Was like her brother's story.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. And how it intertwines with
the overarching narrative.
Well, even like the flashback stuff and Walter Goggins' character and the Gogs. So yeah, really good. I'll give it a really strong fanboy worthy. I liked it a lot.
Great show.
And then as it was briefly mentioned earlier, kind of offhandedly, I finally got around to watching Madam Web because it's on Netflix now. Hey, #1 movie on Netflix the day that I watched it.
Of course it was.
That's your fault.
I did this.
You gave it a stream. You watched 2 minutes.
What a horrible movie. Wow.
Worse or better than Morbius?
You gotta watch this one at home.
No.
Yeah, that's true.
I think I would rather watch Morbius again.
Oh man, I don't know about that.
I feel like with Morbius, there's at least fun things happening on screen.
When?
At least the fun.
That's not fair. We slept.
That's true. We did fall asleep. Never mind. Good point.
Yeah, exactly.
What are you talking about, like Matt Smith just being like, "What the?
I just mean
I'm a vampire."
This felt like let's go dump 3 girls in a forest and drive around thinking about answers, and then go to Peru. And there were just so many I had so many questions throughout the entire thing.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
It's everything you said so far is 100% truth. You watch it and you're just like, what are we doing?
How is this baby getting back to America?
Somehow we're doing everything while doing nothing.
What did you think about the scene that kills me is when Mike Epps' character dies in the ambulance. It gets hit by it's like, what? It's just like such a random moment. You're like, oh, was I supposed to care about him?
Yeah. No, they moved by it so fast.
Yeah.
They just moved by everything so fast.
Then the warehouse that gets blown up that they don't empty out apparently.
Oh yeah.
So it was on fire and it didn't blow up, but then it becomes on fire and it does blow up.
Yeah. And that giant pea, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, giant pea. Pushing pea.
No, yeah. I just think there's just a lot, and I could nitpick. You guys already did a proper review of this movie, so I won't go too much into it. But it really surprised me how little I was able to find of redeeming. Because I try, right? You guys know me.
Yeah.
I am working on making movies myself, and I understand how hard it is to make them.
What did you think of Ezekiel? Because that was the dude. We were just like, man, he's such a bad actor.
It's not. I feel like it's a mixture of. I don't think he has good screen presence, but I don't think he's also given good lines. Half of his lines are ADR'd horribly, by the way. Yeah. That's not his fault, but like they're not delivered well either. He is just not an interesting villain. He's not terribly threatening.
Oh, jump in the ambulance. I forgot
the
about
only
that too.
interesting thing about this movie is how bad it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the most interesting part about it. And I think a reason why I would watch this one over Morbius is because just of how open the cast and crew were about how dog water it was. They're like, oh, what'd you think about this movie? They're just like, well,
we got
it's garbage.
And I fired my agent. What do you think of the ambulance jump at the end? And the unnecessary flips.
Man, I don't even remember these.
So I will say, because I'm remembering, the only scene in the movie that I thought was like, oh, this was kind of a cool idea was the train. When she's like seeing it and it's kind of got like this horror vibe to it. And I was like, this could have been cool. And then that's the only time they do
immediately abandoned it.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, never mind.
Immediately go away from it.
Because I do think that scene's pretty interesting. Like she's watching all these people get killed and you're like, oh, all right, Final Destination. All right, I see it. Mm-hmm. And yeah, then we kind of move on from that.
Yeah. It's just amazing to me that, I don't know, I could probably look it up. I don't care to. What the budget was on this. But just how
I'm on it.
Bad things like Ezekiel's. Does he have a villain name?
Ezekiel.
Bad spider guy.
The bad spider guy. Like any of the movement when they're doing like climbing on the walls and stuff like that. Like it just doesn't look good. And we've seen it since the year 2002. Like we've seen it look good.
Remember when he walked into the diner and just punched that dude? Like, you don't get that in Morbius.
He
had to be like, oh, I love bats.
He like straight up socks that dude.
Unhinged.
He's like, I'm here for you. Boom!
It is unhinged in a really fascinating way.
Dude, I might have to watch it again. I might have to watch it
You're part
again.
of the problem, Luke.
I am. I don't care. I'm still kind of sad just about not winning the Lord of the Rings 3v3.
Oh, okay.
It's more.
I tried to put together a really dangerous team, and it just didn't come together.
You needed Ezekiel.
I would have won with Ezekiel.
He could partially see the future.
Kind of. Some version of it.
15 years.
What did you think of Madame Web's final costume?
Dude, she's heading to her local Regal or ANC to catch the latest screening of Avatar in 3D.
There's just so little that's explained between how apparently she
broke her back or something.
Paralyzed by the falling into the water, but also blinded in the water.
Well, the firework hit her in the face.
I understood the firework thing, but look,
maybe she just uses the wheelchair because she's like, oh, I can't see, so I'm just gonna not walk. I don't know.
Look, if the wheelchair was powered by AI, and that could be the villain for the second film.
That AI has probably seen Madame Web in its algorithm, and it will probably drive it straight off the edge of the cliff. It'd be like, now I've seen your movie, girl.
Yeah, this movie is a big old dumpster fire for me. 120
is like kind of the high range of what it's estimated. So I'll go high.
Yeah,
because,
no, that's...
money laundering.
Right, of course.
Aim high, Willis.
Yeah, I don't know. Look, it was a...
horrible movie. It's a dumpster.
It was a... it was fun because I get to talk about it with you guys. Right? Like,
we should
if we didn't have the podcast, I would not have probably been like, yeah, we should spend 2 hours watching this movie.
Did Steph watch it with you?
She did.
What I want to hear?
She hated it.
I want a Steph review stat.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
You said she hated it?
I believe what she said was that this is a horrible movie.
I want to watch this movie with all of you, and I want you all to get plastered. And I just want to watch. As a person who doesn't drink, that's like my only form of entertainment with drinking. So to watch everybody else.
We should double feature Morbius and Madam
Oh my
Web.
gosh.
You can throw in the Venom movies in too.
Oh no.
That's too much time.
Those would feel good at that point.
We finish on those.
Yeah.
Just to be happy. At least a little bit.
I'd fall asleep by then. That's a lot of movies in a row for me.
Well, one on Thursday, one on Friday, one on Saturday, one on Sunday.
I have to
Perfect
drink 4
weekend.
days in
You
a
think
row.
back
though?
to back? That's a bad idea, Luke.
It's the perfect weekend.
Luke
What are you
doesn't-
talking
Luke
about?
doesn't care.
I don't want
It's
to
not
drink that
happening.
much. It sounds awful.
What are you talking about? I don't care. I have to watch the movies without getting drunk. I have to experience the movie how it's supposed to be experienced
Oh dear.
with a
I would
normal
be down
brain.
we do need to watch something together at some point. The problem is there's too many good movies that like one of us haven't seen that
Yeah.
we want the others to watch.
Well, Furiosa comes out this weekend.
Well, yeah, we're gonna go see that, right?
I'm very excited.
Hyped. That's a great segue. Tune in next week when we review Furiosa,
Chia.
Fury of the Gods. Wait, no, that's not right.
A Mad Max saga.
I like Fury of the Gods better.
I actually don't. I like a Mad Max saga. And it's way better than a Star Wars story.
But is it as good as a Fable?
That is the worst one. No, the best. No, this is Star Wars. They should have just left it as Star Wars Anthology, Han Solo, or like Star Wars Anthology, Rogue One. That was the best one, and they got rid of it. It was terrible.
It just should have been Star Wars and then the name of title.
Sure, a Star Wars story.
Just don't put episode in front of it.
That's when everything went wrong. When they added a Star Wars story to their subtitles, they're like, "This is the best decision ever," and then it went.
So you like both of those movies? Hot take.
Rogue One is good. Solo is fine.
Also fun.
It's fine.
This-
Look at Tyler just no.
Okay.
I do not like
Thank you for
Solo.
tuning in this week. We'll have a hot Star Wars discussion at some point in the future. But it's
like, what?
9:30, so let's get out of here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week when we review Furiosa. Bye-bye.
Woo!